Welcome back to a new episode of the You're Not Wrong podcast, a podcast where a Gen Xer and a millennial talk about culture back then, culture right now, and mostly agree to disagree. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the millennial.
I'm Nicole, and I'm a Gen Xer.
And today, we're going to talk about why you're not wrong if you don't understand beige flags. Do you get what's going on?
I mean, I kind of do, but I don't understand why it's beige.
Well, we can kind of get into that. I used to start with a question for you.
You did.
And
you said I never asked you questions.
You do not ask me any questions.
Oh.
You got to talk into that thing.
Oh. That's what it's here for, huh? I know what to do with this.
Do you?
Yes. I do ask you questions. You just don't pick up on it. I ask you a lot of questions.
Do they end in a question mark? Or are they just like statements that you're waiting for me to respond? Because those are two different things.
I think
those are
I
not
talk
the
to you in
same thing.
statements.
Yeah,
I
think you do.
I do.
I think you're so used to me just like responding to.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, yeah.
Luckily for you, there's so many people in my life like that where I feel like I have to
this
keep.
This is the engagement.
Right. Yeah.
You know what to do.
But so instead of a question, I'm gonna tell you about a shower thought I had.
A shower thought.
I wasn't actually in the shower. I was in my car. I have a lot of my shower. They're more car thoughts, you know, when I'm driving and I'm like, that's so weird.
I think about stuff in the car. I do everything in the car.
No, honestly, me too.
I mean, have you seen my car? It's very messy.
I don't think I've been in your car.
It's actually not that messy anymore.
Okay.
I go through stages.
Yeah.
But I have had like full closets in my car. And snacks and all kind of things.
Yeah. For someone who has a home, very luckily I have a home. The amount of times it looks like I could have been living inside my car is concerning.
That's what's going
and embarrassing.
That's what goes on with me.
But here was my car thought. Isn't it you don't have a pet?
No, not anymore.
No, but you have in your life.
I've had a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the pet era.
I've always had pets.
Oh, okay.
Like growing up and then as an adult. And it's just so weird, isn't it?
What's weird?
Like there's just like a little animal who lives in my house.
Yeah.
Who I feed.
I do think it's weird.
Like because
you literally cannally say that because people will literally
No, but it's like bizarre because I was going through like there's a lot of lizards around the house and like one got in the house and I was like, "No, I don't want you in here." And then I was like,
You have a cat. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that?
A roommate. No, I have a cat that lives in my home.
Give him something to do.
And he got it.
Chase a lizard at least.
He got it. But what I'm like, I actively work to keep him in.
I know you do, but he wants to get out.
But then everything else wants to. I need to. It's just so weird.
It is weird, but people don't think about it that
way.
Like,
and he does weird shit too. Like he watches me.
He's an animal. He's prey. You're prey. You could be prey.
I'm his only friend.
Yeah, you're his only friend.
Yeah.
If he had to eat you, he would.
He absolutely would. Yeah. No, I make no bones about it. No, it's just like, again, I'm still not over. You can tell I'm still ruminating on this because I'm like, wow.
What does this have to do with beige flags?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely.
Is this the question? Do I have a pet? That was a question you asked?
I told you there was no question. It was a car thought.
That's really a weird one.
Okay. I've been thinking about it for the last week. And I keep looking, and he knows too. Like I've been looking at him like
a lot of cultures don't do that, by the way.
No, they don't. And it's just like I said, it's just so weird. Like he just lives in my house and
you feed him and let him and keep him in
and like play with him.
Animal.
Yeah. So weird.
Trying to tell you.
Did that spur any questions for me?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to get into this millennial moment?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. So, yeah, I guess I want to talk about beige flags. You had sent something to me over on TikTok and I got way too down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Of beige flags.
The music is what made it really funny for me.
The music, after like the 50th one.
The music is hilarious. It's like this old trombone.
It's like a jazz.
It's like dying. It's so funny.
Have you seen it, Jason?
We'll have to play it.
You you sent it to me. Do you know what beige flags even are?
I have literally never heard of this until TikTok. I know what red flags are.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that. So, because that was the first thing I thought of is like, okay, well, there's red flags.
For sure.
And there's green flags.
I don't know about green flags. Nobody's like, oh, now that's a green flag.
I think yeah, no, okay.
Nobody
so
says that.
The term red flag is actually very historic. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, so a red flag is frequently flown by armed forces to warn the public of live fire exercises in progress. And
live fire?
Yeah, like shooting.
Oh.
Like if you have a shooting range, you put up a red flag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like a warning to say like, hey, don't.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
It's like a warning to say, hey, don't walk over here.
Okay.
Because you might get shot.
That makes sense.
Right. And in many countries, yeah, it's flown as like a warning, or there's ammunition, or like basically something's going to blow you up or shoot you.
Get it. Stay away from here.
Don't come over here.
It's a red flag.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Also, one historic usage of the red flag during the Alamo. The Mexican general, Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, Santa Anna, yeah, whatever. I know, I like forgot, and then like the Spanish caught up to me at the end.
Yeah, you put it on at the end real heavy, girl. You put the accent at the end.
So sometimes it's like, okay, I have this problem a lot. It's like when do
sometimes you go full force, and then sometimes you don't.
What's that Cuban fast food joint called?
Qdoba?
No. The one with the chicken?
Oh my God. Pollo Tropical?
Right.
Oh, you'll
How
go,
do I
you'll
say
go crazy with that one, don't you? On the right day, don't let her get a hold of that.
I got made fun of so much that now I just say tropical chicken.
No. They're like, Pollo Tropical.
So anyway, Santa Anna, as most people know him, he put up a red flag during the Alamo as a signal that he would not leave any man alive.
He's killing them all.
He's killing them all. So it's deep.
Ooh, that's the red flag.
Yeah, that's the red flag.
A white flag means surrender.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Maybe they should have been like white flag. I don't know.
No, it makes sense.
Now I'm thinking maybe beige flags have something to do with white flags. But anyway,
we'll get into the color system. Okay. But basically, yeah, red flags, that's the history of them. But of course, as we know them, and this is from betterup.com, red flags are warning signs that indicate unhealthy or manipulative behavior. Yeah. They're not always recognizable at first, which is part of what makes them so dangerous. However, they tend to grow bigger and become more problematic over time.
Yeah. And it's really something that people just started caring about. Not caring about, but like saying, wait.
Talking about a lot.
This isn't good what you're doing.
Right.
And I'm not going to continue with you acting like this.
This is a red flag.
It's a red flag.
Right. No, I've had people on dates ask me, what are your red flags?
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, if I had any red flags, which obviously I do not, but Jason, people can't see how hard you laugh at me when I say these things, but it hurts my feelings.
You have no red flags.
None at all. It's all green over here. But
that's
I'm like
a red flag itself.
I'm like, if I did, let's say I did have a red flag, why would I tell you?
I was thinking more so they were saying, like, what are your what are the things you won't tolerate?
Oh, no, they're asking me, like, what are your red flags? Yeah, and I'm like, why would it? I feel like you have to do that work yourself. Like, I'm not going to come out and tell you that. Anyway, so.
That's kind of rough, though. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that I'm, like, a psycho.
Yeah, no. You want to know about the bodies in my backyard? Yeah. Like, why would I tell you that?
I don't know.
So then there's green flags.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And these are clear-cut traits or actions of the person you're dating that help you decide they're the right match for you.
Yeah.
So, like, an example of a red flag, they're, like, they lie a lot about everything. Or they cheat, or, I don't know. These are kind of like extreme ones, but I know there's like little.
Those are like deal breakers.
Red flag.
Red flags could be like they steal from the self checkout line.
That would be if we go to the grocery store and you steal, and I don't know you that well.
I mean,
if I know you well, and I don't know, we've talked about like
that's yours. That
Or
might
if
not be mine.
One I saw a lot was like, you're really shitty to the wait staff.
I don't like that.
That's really bad.
That's a red flag to me.
Yeah, because I know you treat people bad.
I
Or like,
do not like when people give. I don't mind you like saying, hey, like this isn't good, like, or it's not, I like things piping hot.
yeah.
So somebody might think that's a red flag. If they go out with me and I say, can I please have this made fresh? I really like it to be piping hot. I do say that. Some
we
people
know.
don't like it.
Even at fast food places where those people do not give a fuck.
They do. They'll make it fresh for you if you ask.
Well, sometimes. But yeah, so, or like if you're mean to animals or something. Like the way you treat other people, I think can be a red flag.
Definitely the way. I think that's the thing. Like, red flag is not deal breaker. Like, you kick grandmas is a deal breaker.
Right.
But like you cursed at your grandmother. To me, that's a red flag.
I mean, you could continue. Well, it's like a red flag in history. You could walk over there
and get burnt up.
You just might get shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Literally. Like,
and you could continue to deal with a person that curses their grandmother out.
Yeah, you could.
But you probably will get cursed out too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I personally subscribe to what I call the flashing yellow light. So it's because we're, not really traffic, but I guess green flag, red flag. Like the flashing yellow light to me is like, it's not great, but it's also not necessarily concerning.
You know what?
It just is kind of there. Like, this could go either way. Like, you could keep driving, but a fire truck might come out. You know what I'm saying?
I've had some conversations recently with some friends about what I would categorize as like the flashing yellow lights.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you really care about that? And they're like, yeah.
I think it's more like, okay, so to take an example off of our loneliness episode, if you are of a certain age and have like roommates or have like some sort of like life situation, maybe your job's not where you want it to be or something, or whatever, you're back in school or something's not like exactly where you want it to be.
You don't have a car.
It could be like a flashing yellow because you're like, it's not really a deal breaker. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's not really a
red
flag.
I need to understand why. Is it because you're working towards something else? In which case, I'm cool with that. Like, that's fine. You're saving money.
Low right now. You got to build up.
That's okay. That's fine. Or is it because, like, you're living on your friend's couch because, like, you've been evicted 3 times and you can't get a place? So it's like the situation itself. Like, I live with my friend. Yellow. Okay. But then you find out the detail. Like, it's more like if it were like a textbook, you got to put a little thing on it.
Yeah, like and a be little mark.
I need to further research this thing.
One of my friends said that they had what I would categorize as a flashing yellow light. This one was like really crazy to me, and they might hear it. I don't care. It was, they were having dinner with their person they were dating, and they were like, they just got like takeout, and they were at their house, and they had the containers open, and they said that the other person they were on the date with got their food first. Got the spoon and spooned the food on their plate first instead of.
Oh yeah, because usually you say like you.
Yeah, but you know what? Yourself and the person and the one like, especially since they had bought it, the other person had bought the food. My friend had bought the food.
Oh.
And the other person just sat down and just put it on their plate.
Let me ask, was this like a hetero relationship?
I mean, yeah. Whatever.
So was it like who was it, the guy who put the food on first?
Yeah.
That's red flag.
You think that's a red flag?
Red flag. Yeah.
Damn.
How long had they been dating?
It was the first date.
Yeah.
No. That's a red
flag. Bro, you care so little.
Okay.
After you've been with each other for a while, you have your spot. The food comes.
Yeah.
You get the food. All right. Yeah. It's just to eat, man. First, no.
Okay.
Because you gotta be, bro. On your first date, best behavior.
All right. I'm just.
You're being real polite. You know what I'm saying?
I think we all have
overly polite.
Such varying degrees of red, yellow, and maybe even beige. Once you begin to just.
I would say like. Flashing yellow almost for me. Like, you come pick me up, you don't get out of your car.
That's flashing yellow?
Knock on my I don't know. Yeah, I need to understand. Like,
I mean, y'all don't even do that anymore. So what are you talking about?
I would like, or, what about when a guy doesn't walk on the right side of the street for you?
Like they're on the inside and
yeah,
you're on the outside.
what the hell's going on? That's a yellow. But
they
then
should know.
I had a conversation with someone and they were like, yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. And
Some
I'm
people
like,
don't care.
All right, well,
everybody has their own.
If you don't know, I can't be mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
The guy didn't know?
Yeah, no, it was a guy who didn't know.
That's a red flag. You should know that.
Hey man, if people don't teach you that, whose fault? Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so one day we'll have a whole thing about
red. Our own things.
We do.
Though.
We
That's
honestly do. Yeah.
Everybody has their things.
Everyone's gonna find something that they don't like. That's why not everyone's for everyone.
Ain't that the truth?
So anyway, so what the hell is a beige flag?
I don't know. I still have no idea after 30 minutes of talking.
It has been.
Actually,
I saw 2 hours for a second. I was like, oh my God, there's no possible way. No, it has been 15 minutes, so chill.
Space-time
all right,
continuum.
so what is a beige flag? Well, to answer what a beige flag is, we have to go back into what a beige flag was.
Okay.
So a beige flag was, and there's this woman, Caitlin McPhail. She says she's the inventor of the beige flag. As far as I know, there's I think a few inventors of the beige flag. So
when did she invent it?
Years ago, allegedly.
Really?
Allegedly.
Before TikTok?
I think it was like, but I mean, TikTok's been around for a while.
I actually have no idea when TikTok came out.
Well, TikTok came out before the pandemic and then got really big during the pandemic. Yeah. So anyway,
I guess you're right.
Caitlin says, when she invented the beige flag, it was meant to help single people identify signs on dating apps that someone might be really boring. So she says
beige is boring.
Exactly. So she noticed while swiping that there were patterns of the same kinds of photos and responses to prompts that made the whole experience feel like a waste of time. So, ergo, beige flag.
What did you just say? Prompts? What?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so on a dating app for the Gen X audience, or for, I should say, anyone who hasn't had the pleasure of being on a dating app.
Okay.
Sarcasm.
Yes.
Usually it's like you get photos and then you have a little area where you can put bio information. So it would be like, woman, my age, my height, city that you live in, stuff like that. And again, there's usually like a little spot where you can put like a quick like sentence or two, like I'm blah, 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 blah. Like these are some
facts.
Looking for
a good time, call me.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's not what you put.
That's not what I put, but everyone does their own thing and I'm not here to judge. So, and then there's spots for photos and then there's also prompts that kind of allow you to be creative. So let's say, I think it was feedback from the apps on like, people don't know what to put, right? Like, what do you fill an app with so that you're interesting? You don't know. So you have these prompts that allow you to say something. So in these prompts, the responses to the prompts would just be so fucking boring. And I know exactly what she's talking about.
What would they say?
I'm gonna get there because I did research today. I reached out to a bunch of people that I know on the apps, plus my own memory, I should say trauma, and went through things that I remember and also that people, reminded me of that are on the app. So, for example, just some quick examples of things that would qualify in this definition as a beige flag, aka you are a boring person. Now, I have to qualify this by saying that all my research was done with women, so unfortunately, I only have things for guys.
They're talking bad about men. Nobody cared to ask the men what they thought was boring.
However, I will say anyway. I know for a fact that some of these are going to be women too.
Okay.
So, like, take it for what it is. I just don't want to be like, it's everyone when then I'm going to say things that are clearly men. Yeah.
Right.
So, some men holding fish.
Like.
Beige flag, yeah. It's like this is boring.
That's their hobby.
We all know that this, come on. Shirtless bathroom mirror selfies.
I don't like that.
Get out. Actually, we could almost put, that's an orange flag. You're getting on that end. You're getting closer to the red.
I don't like any man that's naked in his pictures.
Anytime they
on his profile picture. Maybe in the, but not as the profile.
Well, there's multiple pictures.
Oh, okay.
So it's like imagine 3 pictures
And one
a
is
bio,
naked.
and then like a couple prompts.
Okay.
But you get to pick what the prompts are. So
Okay.
keep that in mind
Okay.
because when you remember that you got to pick what you'd put, and you still put this,
then okay.
bruh.
Okay.
So okay, this is one. They put their height, and then they say because apparently that matters.
They just want you to know they're tall.
Literally, or they put their height in inches. So they'll be like, I don't know, 5'11", and they'll put it in inches or in centimeters. Or they say their real height, and they say, like, as an example, they'll be like, 5'11" if you care about honesty, 6'2" if you care about height. Can't count how many times I've read that.
That sounds stupid.
This
Jason's
one,
that's lame.
the prompt might be something like, something I need in a partner. And then the response, these are prompts that
So what they say?
must be fluent in sarcasm.
They don't. That's bad.
Bro.
I mean, I need you to be fluent in sarcasm if you hang with me. Oh, I would be a beige flag.
If it's
huh?
you are a beige.
I am.
It's all you Gen Xers.
But it's real.
If it sounds like something that would go on a mug, don't put it on your dating profile.
What's wrong with that?
This is one of my personal, like, I hate. It would actually make me want to rage quit.
Slam your laptop down.
Well, it's on the phone.
Oh.
We're not on eHarmony yet. Looking for the Pam to my gym. That's
I have no idea.
From The Office.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah. This is a great one. I know the best place for tacos.
That's lame.
Also, I know the best place for brunch. Or
Ugh.
I know the best place for cocktails. Like, basically,
God.
I know
Yelp?
I know the best place for pizza. Yeah.
I know the best place for wings on a Monday night. Now, if you said I know the best place for 25-cent wings, I like that. What's wrong
Nicole's
with
like,
that? That's a hard
and
thing
to
to
add to
find.
that, one that I just thought of, new in town, looking for a tour guide. Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Serial killer.
Get on Yelp. Look, if they say that they love,
So these are beige flag prompts.
bro, it's just boring.
All right.
And this
okay,
one's gonna
okay.
make, when I say this one, you're gonna immediately, it's gonna click, you understand what I'm gonna say. And this one I do think applies to both men and women. Because I have seen some women's profiles, either of friends of mine who I'm secretly judging right now in this moment, or of my friends who date women. I've seen like the women they look at, and I'm like, wow. So
don't care.
women are boring too.
Yes, very. We've already talked about that.
If you say you love any of these things, right, then beige as fuck. Brunch, tacos, the beach, traveling, mimosas, tequila, lazy Sundays, or adventure. It's not the fact.
Y'all are so
Let me explain.
hardcore.
Let me explain.
That's terrible. Why people can't like the beach?
No shit, you like the beach.
Okay, well, maybe
everybody
that's one
likes
of my
the
favorite
beach.
places. No, they don't. A lot of people do not like the beach.
Most people like the beach.
No, most people don't.
Most people.
Most people do not like the beach, Elizabeth. Floridians literally do not like the beach.
Okay, tacos.
I mean,
Point me to a person in existence who does not like
they're
tacos.
not in my top 5.
But do you like them?
They're all right. They got to be good.
I think you're being purposely confrontational.
I'm not.
Because
I only like tacos from like 2 places.
oh, so you know the best place for tacos?
I do, but it actually is the best place.
Okay, well,
Anyway,
these are
the boring beiges.
The point is not that you like these things. The point is that yes, everyone likes these things, right? Like when someone's like, "Oh, I really like to travel." It's like, "Well, yeah."
Some people don't like to travel.
Some people don't, but the majority of people do in fact like to travel. Like, why are you?
Now, what if you probably put up there you like to read? Because you do.
I didn't answer that prompt.
Okay.
Like,
all right,
I'm not
gotcha.
gonna. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Another one.
Hardcore.
A couple others that my friends were like, I see these a lot right now. I'll fall for you if you trip me.
That's stupid.
Yeah. If they say like, what will you order for the table? And the response is tequila shots.
Don't order me
Please
that.
don't order me
I
that.
don't want that.
And then here are some for if the prompt is my biggest risk, the biggest risk I've ever taken. and you answered one of these,
much information.
you're very beige. So it could be the biggest risk I've ever taken is
leaving my hometown. How did I know?
How did you see? You're getting it. You're understanding.
I wouldn't like that one.
So packing up, moving across the country on a whim. Sorry, I don't mean to do the voice.
That
it's just
one
like it comes naturally.
It is a risk, but it's like, okay,
but the thing,
join the club.
I was gonna say, what's funny is that like when you see like 5 of those in a row that are like the biggest risk, moving to Tampa, moving to Tampa, moving to Tampa, moving. I'm like, y'all are just you're really risky. Apparently, everyone's really fucking risky. Or one I personally hate, downloading this app.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Bro, come on. Yeah, how is this a risk for you? I'm the one who might get murdered.
Yeah.
Change my mind about dating apps. Why are you here?
I'm not convincing you.
Exactly. Or if they have like a photo with a baby or a girl, and then they put the baby in the picture is not mine, or the girl's my sister. That's really
why
like.
Are you posting a picture
then why'd you put the picture up? Yeah,
your
exactly.
Might not want to be on here.
Then or like something they go like something I can't get over, or something I'm still not over, and then they put season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oh,
that happened like 10 years ago, bud. What are we talking about here? Classic. I'm overly competitive about everything.
Yeah, no thanks.
And a lot of thing about the beige flags I'll say too is that like you don't necessarily want to overshare and put too much in these prompts, but you also want to put something to spark a conversation. So when the prompt is I'm overly competitive about and you put everything, what the fuck am I supposed to ask you about that?
I mean, but if you're not like this is to me making me have a lot of pressure because it's like then you got to really sit down and think about what you put because you could get labeled as a beige flag.
Yeah.
This is too much work.
Very easily. So that was kind of all of this what I'm explaining. And I think too, like you won't, if you're on dating apps and you're listening to this or you ever were on dating apps and you're listening to this, I think you'll understand what I'm saying because you'll have seen a lot of what I just said with such a, it's so saturated that it's the level of it that becomes just like stupid. You know what I mean?
People really care.
Well, it's just you see it so much that you're like it doesn't really matter anymore. Like the person at this point, you're like, I know nothing about you except a photo because everything you put is the same as the last 5 people I've seen. And again, I do think that this goes for men and women. I'm sure that there's tons of girls who are like, I love to travel or like I love tacos. It's like, yeah, bitch, everyone loves fucking tacos. Like what? Or brunch. Point mimosas. Me to the unlimited mimosas. Like oh, yeah, obviously, like give me some weird shit like Settlers of Catan. Make me think a little bit here. Give me something kind of odd so I know who I'm dealing with. But yeah, so if you, I think especially just remember. I might sound like a dick, but it's really just the amount. Okay. Like you see like 20 profiles. And they have all those things. All have something about tacos. And you're like, tacos are not that good. Right? No personality. That's when it gets, and that's why it's beige. Okay. So she invented that. So she invented, quote unquote, that's what she says, this concept. But it went on TikTok and it's kind of had a couple resurgences, I should say. So the first was really around that, right? And that's what she's really stuck to, and some of the other early creators have stuck to, like, oh, this is what beige flags are. But boring then what it turned into, what it turned into was romantic partners' weird habits that are less than a deal breaker, but not necessarily a plus either. So they're just like quirky little things that could be annoying or endearing. Like sometimes, so I'm going to read you some of these and we'll start to go through them. But like some people are like kind of complaining, but then some people are like, it's so cute. And then some people are kind of like, I don't know what to do with this, but I love him. So I guess I'm stuck. I guess this is my life now. Yeah. So based on that, can you think of anything like and you'll probably think of more as I start to read them, but can you think of any quirks that you have off the top of your head? Oh, I'm quirky. Yeah, do you have some that you're really like, quirky. What would be like a beige flag for you? Because I read one that is like me to a T. I mean, I think we've talked about, I forget what episode it was, but we were talking about the things that we do. Like the guilty pleasures? Yes. Like you and your car, living in car people? I mean, I definitely have a thing with Judge Mathis. So like,
I don't know if this is a beige flag, but I do literally like just watch Judge Mathis all day.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of weird.
But I put it on the TV.
Okay, you stream it, you cast it.
I stream it,
okay.
and I'll watch ones that I've already seen, and still laugh.
Is that the one where it's like a fake court? And
no,
they're
it's
like,
real. He's a real. It's real. Judge Mathis is real.
Like Judge Judy?
I don't know. Judge Judy's not. Okay. Judge Mathis is. You don't know about Judge Mathis.
I don't.
So let me be the authority.
Okay. Apologies.
So I do that. I'm a quirky person. So
yeah, everyone is.
I mean, I'm sure if I really was to think about some of the other things that I do, shit, I got red flags. Fuck beige.
None here.
Yeah.
All green.
I can be crazy. So just carry on with your thing.
Okay, so I would say mine, one that I read this, because I was thinking like, what's my beige flag? And then I read this one and I was like, okay, this actually, I feel seen in a way that's annoying.
Oh, God. What
so
is it?
This guy says, my fiance's beige flag is that she's never 100%. She's never at 100% health. She's either got a slight headache, is kind of tired, has a little tickle in her throat, feels a bit nauseous, or has a random pain somewhere on her body for no apparent reason. And that is me.
That's just millennial women.
I'm just like, yeah, I have, like, there's always something. I'm like,
not quite right
yeah.
with you. It's like, your back's crooked. Something's wrong.
I'm going to say, like, I never make a deal about it. Like, I'm always just kind of, like, doing my thing. But if someone was like, oh, yeah, how do you feel? I'd be like, I don't know today. Like, my elbow hurts. I don't know.
Never feel in optimal health.
No. Like, my bar is never at 100%. I'm, like, consistently at 95% health.
Yeah, that could be a little yellow flag to me.
Yeah, flashing yellow.
Yeah.
Again, I never do anything about it.
But you just are there. You're just there, not there.
I'm never there.
Yeah.
It's like, that doesn't exist for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I've ever had a time when that, like, I have a headache right now.
Exactly. And you've had a perfectly fine day.
Yeah, no, it was fine. So yeah, exactly. Like, just that's definitely explains me. But here are some other ones I saw on TikTok.
All right.
And I'd like to get your take on whether these are beige, red, or maybe even green.
Okay.
Like, maybe you read one, or I read one to you, and you're like, Elizabeth, no.
I like that.
Or you're like, yeah, I'd marry that person on the spot.
All right.
Okay, this girl says, my boyfriend's beige flag is that he sets timers instead of alarms. It's midnight and he needs to be up at 6. He'll set a 6-hour timer.
I like that man. This is so I mean
they're all gonna be Nicole's.
I told you it's a lot going on up here. It's been several
She's got like
decades,
a kitchen timer. She's just like,
of things. I've had situations where I think I told you about this one time. Like, I will set timers for where I'm supposed to be throughout the day.
Okay.
I've done it. And I give myself a certain amount of time. Like, I'm going to take my car to get an oil change. I should be done at 12:30. The alarm goes off. Now I'm going to Target. I need to be out of Target by 1:29. The alarm goes off. Like, I've had days where I've done that.
Okay.
Because I've just had so much stuff to do. Mm-hmm. Like, even to the point of, like, I'm going to sit down and write 5 paragraphs. And then the timer's going to go off.
All right. Bad? I don't think it's bad.
Is that a beige flag?
It's certainly a beige flag.
Is that yellow?
Yeah, that's a beige flag. Yeah.
I thought that was a productivity hack.
I mean, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I think the oil change is really what like threw me off. Like, how do you control that? Also, are you that bad at managing your time?
And if it's taking too long, I need to be out of here at 12:30.
The alarm went off. You just drive off. You don't even like.
Yep. I'm gonna start bothering them. Yeah. I mean, so anyway, sorry.
Interesting. Okay, this one I think. I'm going to read it out loud first, and we'll give it. All right. My husband's beige flag is that he doesn't ask for details. His brother had a baby. What's the name? I don't know. I didn't ask. Was it a girl or a boy? I don't know. I didn't ask. And I saw this one a lot, but I think this is just men.
That's just men.
I feel like
they don't ask any questions.
No, like I just had this conversation. I think it was my brother. Like, he said something to me, and I was like, "Oh, what was like?
I have no idea.
What did they say?" And he's like, "Oh, they said this," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, but like where?" And he's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "What time?" He's like, "I'm not sure." And I'm like,
It's a
Did
thing.
you get invited? Like,
my son does it, and he's a kid, and I'm like, "What's his name?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "You've known him since 1st grade. Like, you've been around. Why don't?" He's like, I don't ask questions. They don't care.
You don't ask questions.
I don't ask a lot of questions.
So that's where he got that
from. No, I do ask questions. I used to be a reporter. You know what it is? I ask so many questions, I don't care anymore. I've asked enough questions. And people used to say that I ask a lot of questions.
I know I ask too many questions.
I used to ask a lot of questions because I was just like in that mode. So I just stopped asking questions.
Like in this example, it'd be like, what's the baby's name? And like, let's say he did have an answer by some grace of God. I'd be like, oh, and why'd they pick that?
He's definitely not gonna know that. Come on now.
I'd want to know, like, is that someone's grandmother? Like, what happened there? Yeah, I want to know.
Named Mabel.
Exactly. Like, is that or is that her mom's name? Like, these are questions I just need to know the answer to. No, my favorite beige flag of my boyfriend's is that when he uses phrases that have nothing to do with the situation and makes them apply. Like, they kind of make sense. For example, one time we were making really good time getting where we needed to go and driving kind of fast, but not too fast. And he says, wow, we're really jujuing on this beat right now. I'll never forget it. That's a good one. That's a green flag. I like that.
Trait.
Yeah.
This is humor.
That's funny.
I like
That's you being funny.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's beige flag is that she gets really hyper and giggly 7 minutes before bedtime and ends up keeping us both up for another hour while she goofs off and does a billion impressions and voices before calming down again. Red flag.
That's OCD.
That's red flag.
That's like a
do not bring me down your
kind of thing.
I mean, I don't care what it's
a tick.
Like the diagnosis is, but like we can't do
that's a diagnosis.
I don't have a child yet, so like please don't make me have a bedtime routine
sleepy,
for you.
And so she's like going crazy. Right, she's delirious.
That's how kids are.
Yeah. And don't get me involved in that.
I'm not gonna say that like that's never happened to me because I think we can all get tired enough. But it's not every night.
But I don't need to bring you into it. Go in the back room and twirl around in circles and then come back and go to sleep.
This one says, my girlfriend's beige flag is that every time she tries to surprise me with something, she gets way too excited, ends up spoiling it, and gets upset to the point that she might shed a tear.
No, I'm not.
Again, like, control yourself. Control yourself. My boyfriend's beige flag is sometimes he'll meow, and if I do not meow back, he will get upset and not talk to me until I meow at him, and when I finally meow back at him, he will continue talking like normal.
No, that's red. These are not beige flags. This is crazy. What kind of stuff is this? When are they doing that? Like, I don't have time to play like that.
I don't know. My beige flag is that my boyfriend safety pins his socks together in his drawer and laundry. They only come unpinned when he wears them. He's never lost a sock.
It's organized.
It's kind of weird, but I'm not mad at it.
It's just organized.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, like
maybe he lost his socks a lot when he was a kid.
I know.
I lose my socks all the time.
You can fold them together. You don't have to.
Yeah, but you still lose them.
It's a pin. I don't know.
He takes his time.
It's weird, but I'm not mad at it. Like, it's not.
As long as he doesn't make me do it.
My beige flag is no matter how mad he gets while driving, he will never flip someone off. Instead, if he's really upset, he'll make eye contact with the bad driver and slow clap. It's not a good thing. It's also not a bad thing. It's just what he does.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm a little mad because we might get shot.
I'm about to say, you get shot in Florida playing with people like
you can't do that here, but Godspeed, girl. My boyfriend's beige flag is that he keeps his undies that have holes so he can surprise me by walking out and tearing them off his body, leaving only the waistband. He calls it the grand reveal, and it always happens when I least expect it.
Like, not routinely.
That's what I was just gonna say, like, once or twice, like, okay.
Not routinely.
But, like, consistently. Also, how many pairs of underwear do you have with holes in them?
Raggedy?
Because that's the red flag.
Yeah, not routinely. Like, maybe only do that one time in our whole life.
Like I said, once or twice.
I don't need it twice.
I don't know. If you had,
I mean, it's funny to me if somebody rips their shirt off. That's kind of funny to me.
I was gonna say, if it's like those tearaway pants, like for basketball, that could be funny.
That's funny.
Like if you play basketball, you go to the gym or something, and you come home and you're like,
tear them off. I'm fine with that.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
or
like
you
the
got
underwear
an
thing,
old T-shirt, like you were outside doing work, and it's like just has been old for a long time.
Yeah.
And you came in and you just sacrificed it by having a fun thing
but
when you
it's the
tear it
routine
off.
For me.
But I don't want it to be repeatedly
all the time.
Like,
that's
why
what I'm
are
saying.
you ripping your clothes
How
off?
often? That should happen like what? Once every 5 years you have a shirt?
Yeah.
Like maybe. I have shirts that I have in high school.
And they still
that are
can't
still
rip
fine.
it.
No, they're fine.
I always wanted to rip.
Okay. Beige flag. My boyfriend's beige flag is that he gets impatient at restaurants and helps the waitress bring the plates to our table. Bro,
No.
red flag.
You are a psychopath. I'm not going nowhere with you no more. No, I'm not doing that.
The energy in this room changed real quick.
I'm not doing that.
No. We're breaking up. But yeah, then this is another one that's like, my boyfriend's beige flag is he never asked for details. His best friend broke up with his girlfriend. Why? No idea.
He's not asking that man that.
His sister got a new job. Where? He doesn't know.
I mean, that's like, damn. You should at least know that.
My boyfriend's beige flag is that at the end of every single FaceTime, he says I love you and then hangs up the phone really fast so I can't say it back and then texts me immediately saying, whoa, so you hate me? That shit's funny. That's actually, I would do that. That's some shit I would do.
No, I'm not doing that
Boom.
a whole bunch of times.
Wow, you hate me. No, I mean, not all the time. Not
I think
every
you would
single.
do that.
I would probably do it a lot, yeah. Be like, wow, okay, I know how you feel about me.
That's really not good. That's like, that's a red flag.
I just think it's funny.
You think it's funny.
Yeah, because then you can try, like, I think it becomes a competition. Like, who's going to hang up
I'm
first?
not doing that.
No, it's race now.
Because everything's a competition.
Because what am I overly competitive about? Everything.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's beige flag is he's scarily good at gaslighting people about small things. He once convinced an entire group of people that mice use echolocation and they would have gone on believing him if he didn't tell them it was a joke. He admits to it every time and it's always sort of silly, but it's sort of terrifying how good he is. Girl, get out of there. What are you doing? What are you... I mean, I do it.
I was about to say.
But I don't date me.
I feel like I have had a run with like making people believe weird things.
Oh, yeah.
And then having fun with the fact that they really started to believe it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mostly it's like with kids.
I know.
Probably really bad.
I have trained groups of friends to not believe any fact that I give them. Because I mean, I do just say it with such confidence. I'm like, yeah, obviously mice use echolocation. How else would they be able to move through the walls?
That?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You never heard of that?
Yeah. And like, there's enough where they're like, she actually... She did work with the pest control people. Like, she might know that.
I do. I feel like my friends, like, because I know a little bit about
a lot.
Everything.
Yeah.
And so they're like, Nicole, really? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, no. And I'm like, you didn't know that? And they'll be like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But do not do that to me. Don't do that to me.
I just, like, you can't do that too often.
You can't do it too often.
It has to be the right moment.
Yeah.
To, like,
don't
really
let people go
spin
too far.
No.
Don't let people go too far where they go back repeating it to other people.
You got to tell them.
Yeah.
And it has to happen, like, just the perfect time. It can't be all the time. Or else no one's
mad at you.
No one's going to want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Okay. My fiance's beige flag is he acts like an old man and he's only 24. He refuses to pay. I mean, he sounds perfect so far.
What is he doing? Because I might be.
Green flags. He refuses to pay an ATM fee because it's a scam. True.
I like that.
He hates when people don't use crosswalks or drive too fast. He uses the youths to describe anyone younger than him. He pays attention to city and county taxes.
That's good. That's a responsible man.
He brings up how a roundabout would fix traffic almost weekly.
I hate roundabouts.
These are all good things.
No, he's an urban planner.
He's just a smart guy.
Yeah, I like this guy.
I'm into it. 24, too. He's only going up from here. You buy stock in that man.
Yeah, he's a good one. That's not no beige flag, girl.
No, this is green. That's green all the way.
It's green.
My girlfriend's beige flag is that she physically cannot survive without having something sweet after a meal. She doesn't even do it on purpose. Her body just starts searching for high and low for chocolate immediately after dinner. She tries to play it off when she's looking because she's embarrassed.
Starts going nuts.
But it's so cute. She's like a little fruit fly. No.
I don't like that either. Because I don't like anything where it's like you can't control it.
Right.
And then you start like her mood might change because she can't get something sweet.
I just feel like if you know that, then you bring it with you or you have it at the house.
Don't get mad at me because I don't have anything sweet.
Right. Like, For example, sometimes I do want something sweet after dinner. I'm not like a huge dessert person, but I might want.
It's a trigger.
So I keep like small little things of chocolate in my fridge, so that if I do want something sweet, I can just go in there and like get a little bit, and then I'm done.
Yeah. But if you're somewhere
searching
where they don't
the house,
have that,
what are you talking about? Where are you gonna
like
find
a peppermint, anything?
Yeah, like
a butterscotch.
Also, but like again, like where are you finding? What do you mean searching?
Under the couch. Just gotta find something.
I don't like that.
One red
That's
hot.
insane. So this one says, my girlfriend's actual beige flag is that once every month she'll get a banana for lunch. And after I've let my guard down, she'll frantically search for her phone, freak out, ask me to call it because she can't find it. And when I do, she'll pick up the banana instead and be like, "Yellow?" And I fall for it every time.
I think that's funny.
That's funny.
I think that's funny.
That's actually really funny.
That's
so
harmless.
These are the beige flags.
I'm not mad at the
Some
majority.
of them are fun.
Yeah.
Some of them are weird. Some of them I never want to hear again, nor meet the people involved with them. Oh, this was a good one too. My boyfriend's beige flag is that he thinks he's a Waze influencer. We pass it because Waze you can We pass the cop, he marks it. There's no cop, he makes a note. Traffic, he'll confirm it's there. Dead stop in traffic, he writes funny notes. He gets really excited when people like his notes. He got 114 likes on a note the other day. It was a very big deal. He would rather use a paper map than Apple or Google Maps. This man is loyal. I mean, that's a green flag to me.
It's like a hobby. This is like his little hobby.
My boyfriend's beige flag is that every time we fly, he has 2 to 3 rum and cokes and proceeds to shamelessly flirt with me as if we're strangers. Where you headed? You got a man? Oh, he ain't coach? If I were your man, I'd never leave you up here alone.
How many rum and cokes?
2 to 3.
Before he gets on the plane?
Yeah.
Every time?
Every time. Every time is a lot. Once every now and then is like all of these things in moderation is like fun.
I mean, he's just getting drunk before he get on the plane.
Okay, take the alcohol out of it.
Flirting with you. He's just acting crazy.
Okay, take the alcohol out of it.
I like that he's acting like he doesn't know her at the airport. That's
not
cute.
all the time. Sometimes I'm like, "Hey, what time do we get off this flight?" And you're like, "Where you going?" No, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, let's stop playing. I don't like a whole lot of games. Like we gotta get where we're going.
Though.
Yeah,
like let's do the game and then like let's move on from the game.
Yeah, we know each other.
Wow, that's cute. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, but where do we want to get dinner?
When we land, we need to make sure we're here at this time, and then we need to leave
I have a
there by
timer
a
set
certain
for
time.
it. I have a timer set for when we land. If we don't land by the time this timer goes off, we're gonna have a problem. And then that's how you get arrested. Someone hears you say that and they're like, "She's got a timer on the plane.
Okay.
We need to."
I do have a really big thing about getting to the movies early.
How early?
Like I want to
like
get there before
early?
the lights go down. Like I want to get there when.
That's early.
I know. That's one of my things.
That's why you go to the movies by yourself.
Yeah.
So this was the one that you, and this will be my last one. This is the one that you sent me.
Which one? I think
and
I sent you a couple.
Don't like it.
Okay.
It bothered me.
Because it was one that you liked that had me questioning you.
That's fair.
It involved a strawberry.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Elizabeth, that one was so terrible. I could not believe you thought that was okay.
What was it? Can you remind me? I really don't know.
You don't remember?
I'm
going to see if I can find it.
Well, while you find that one, this one says, my boyfriend's beige flag is that he will randomly throw me theme surprise party, but literally just for me and no one else. It was my last day of work today, and the theme was Peppa Pig. I genuinely cannot make this up. And there was Peppa Pig music playing when she walked in, and he's like there in the back with like... There's a lot of Peppa Pig. I would just be more like, you're wasting a lot of money on these decorations. Like, is there a line item in our budget for these parties that you're throwing?
I don't hate that one. I kind of
hate that one.
I don't. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this beige flag that you said was okay. I want people to really know what you're about. Read this one.
Okay, my husband's beige flag is when he acts like he's going to give me a kiss, but he's really... Okay, but he's really hiding a whole strawberry in his mouth and then proceeds to push the strawberry into my mouth. That's funny.
You think that's okay?
Not
Y'all,
That's funny. That shit's funny. Like, could you imagine how pissed off you'd be? Like, that shit's funny.
That is disgusting.
That's a prank.
That's nasty.
That's a prank.
Jason doesn't. He's not comfortable. Put a strawberry in your mouth, and when I go to kiss, you push the strawberry like a bird. What is it? What am I, a baby bird? That's nasty. Elizabeth. You like that? That's the kind of stuff you like.
I think that would be something that, like, when it happened, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" But then, like, immediately after, I'd be like, so
you
shocked.
You might get punched in the stomach doing that to somebody.
I'd be so shocked that I would have to laugh because, like, what the fuck was that even?
Why would a person do? Why would anybody do that?
Why is anyone throwing Peppa Pig parties? I don't know.
I think that's cute. It's joyous. He's being silly. He's celebrating her stuff. At least he remembered the details.
That's fair.
Most men don't even know. They be like, "Oh, you got another. You have a different position."
When you used to wait. Yeah, babe, I've been here for a year.
Oh, I thought you still worked at.
Yeah, who do you think pays our health insurance?
I thought you still worked at the hospital. Anyways,
so those are beige flags.
Everybody has their own interpretations of what's tolerable and what's not. Huh?
Again, that's why not everyone's for everyone, but somebody's got to be for you.
Well, I hope this podcast is for you guys.
Oh, wow. Nice segue.
Did you like that transition?
That was very good. So, yeah, we hope you like what you heard. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. And if you leave us a 5-star review, we will read it out loud on the podcast.
Yep, we will. She will.
Thank you.
See ya.